Obviously, a lot of people thought, you won the last fight against Dillian Whyte. How did you see that fight going, bro?
I thought I won the fight 7-5. A lot of English people told me I won the fight 8-4. So just to have that support from y'all and everything kept me able to have my head high and just keep working. So as long as the people told me they thought I won too. So it was a victory to me in my eyes.
How just talk me through the fight from the first round to obviously the last.
You said what?
Just talk me through the fight. How do you see that fight going? Round from round.
I think earlier on. I think earlier on, I think I was dominating the fight in the earlier rounds. He was getting punches off, but he wasn't getting much off. Probably about the fourth or fifth round, we probably slowed down a little bit. Not too much happened, but honestly, in my honest opinion, I think I dominated the fight to the ninth round. I gave him probably like the last four, if so. But like I told people, I got the CompuBox number, so the way they scored the fight is the way the CompuBox number showed me winning the fight. Yeah, so it only showed him out punching me 4 rounds the whole fight. So I feel like I did good. He probably did a little more pressure, provided a little more pressure the last championship rounds of the fight, but I still out punched him, still out landed him. And, I honestly feel like I had the fight sealed in the bag by round 9. I felt like I had the fight sealed. Like in my mind, I was thinking like he got to knock me out to win the fight. So maybe I should have been a little more aggressive or in the last couple rounds. But I honestly thought I had it won already at that point.
Right. A lot of people saying if that fight was in America, it would have swung in your favor. Would you agree?
Yeah, it would have swung in my favor. I mean, this is where the real problem comes in at boxing. I understand, but I don't like the fact that we basically agreed to the terms. Like, if somebody that's not American come to America and it's a close fight, then they don't get treated fairly. I don't like that concept. You know what I'm saying? It's like saying I come over here and fight somebody that's from over here, but if it's a close fight, I don't get treated fairly. I don't like that, because this is a warrior sport. People get hurt, people die from this. So I feel like all losses are not bad losses, and all wins are not good wins. So, I just feel like it got to be a little more fair when it comes to international playing fields. Because like people say, if I was back home, I would have got the win. But I felt like I got the win, so I deserved the win. And I don't take that for nothing. If he'd have came to America in a close fight, and I'm a man, I can admit a defeat. So if he was up, I would expect them to be fair and get a fight to him. I don't like the one-sided BS. It kind of takes the business out of boxing and kind of make it more emotional and put us a lot of BS in the game. I don't like that. So yeah.
Knowing that, then that fear what you just talked about, knowing that going into the AJ fight, do you think he's going to get a fair shake if it's a close fight?
No, I'm not gonna get a fair shake. I know for a fact I'm not. So they like AJ more than they like Dillian. So a lot of people gotta think about that. So the way I'm looking at it right now, even though I try to think of myself as a boxer like you can't knock everybody out, but that's just in my mind, to go in there to knock them out or at least dominate in an extreme fashion, to the point to where they can't say like can't give them nothing. I dominated that clearly that you can't give them nothing. So, but yeah, I'm looking for a knockout. I'm looking to make them weak, at least drop them. I got to get some 10-8 rounds or something to be able to win the fight. So I got to do what I got to do.
So obviously, AJ's he can be a fast starter. So do you go? Obviously, you're going in there to match him with speed and press him early.
Really, I've been studying him a little bit. So really, I'm just trying to see his points of attack. Now that he's working with a new coach, so I want to see how he's going to attack. How much is he going to attack? Because like you said, he's a fast starter. He usually slow down in the later rounds, but I feel like I got a bigger tank than him. So if I can get him to gas out early, then it's my fight for the rest of the fight, because he won't have the energy to be able to continue to output. Not saying that he's not going to punch, but the energy won't be there. So I've really just been working on a game plan to get him aggressive and get him to gas out early.
Obviously, last 5 fights, AJ's lost 3 times. What have you taken from those defeats where you can obviously use it to your advantage?
I like the way Usyk fought against him. I just don't like how people don't get Usyk respect. They only make it seem like AJ had a bad day, but no, Usyk beat him. Usyk beat him twice. So watching that fight, I seen some stuff Usyk was doing that could work for me possibly. I seen some stuff that was AJ was doing that he struggles with, and I think Usyk's coach knew that, so they just exploited it. They just kept exploiting it. So that Usyk's fight was a real eye opener, but it was a couple fights where I kind of seen some stuff. Cause AJ got a good resume. He got a great resume. He fought a lot of people. But it's just like I look at small stuff like habits. We all got habits that's hard to break. So I look at stuff that I know he'll do or he'll go back to doing in the later rounds. So I try to capitalize off of that. Like movement is one thing. He's a great puncher, but he moves sometimes he moves too much, take too big of the steps. Sometimes he don't take enough. Sometimes he can't turn them angles fast. So it's like stuff like that I'll be watching and I'm paying attention to, so I can learn how to capitalize off of it when the time comes.
So he's changed a couple of trainers, man, in the last year. I mean, and moving over to Derrick James, do you think it's enough to obviously implement a good game plan?
I mean, me personally, I don't know why he's doing all the coach switching. Because me personally, you need more than a couple months to get an understanding with your coach, to learn them, to learn how they work, for them to learn you. So, I feel like maybe he jumped the gun a little bit as far as keep switching coaches, but that might work for him. I don't know, but me, I know this coach-boxer relationship it has to be stronger than what a lot of people know and think, because you're around these people all the time. You spend months with them at a time away from your family, so at some point you and your coach are gonna become like family. I had two coaches my whole career, so my amateur coach is still my professional coach today. And why I said that is because, like, if we fall out, we can have a talk, we come together. But if we was training and coaching together and we only know each other for a couple months, that fall out might be serious. Or if coach got a problem, he can come tell me to do this. I got a problem with coach, I can tell coach, like, well, coach, I need this, I need you to do this, and that. It's hard to build those traits with somebody you just met, because y'all not super comfortable with each other. So I feel like me personally switching trainers, I would at least have to have my trainer for at least a year, like, to see, or at least a year to 6 months to see if I could really learn something. Because something in a couple months you might learn it, but it's not going to be embedded in your brain after a couple months. So I just feel like sometimes you need a little time, and I don't know if he's rushing it or he knows what he's doing. I really can't speak off of that because that's his personal opinions, But
do you think it's like, how can I put it? Do you think it's a mental issue why he keeps changing coaches? And do you think he's got over the Andy Ruiz defeat?
I think he got over it, but I think Usyk kind of messed with him a little bit. Usyk is a natural cruiserweight. He's smaller. Joshua's a big guy. I feel like Joshua didn't pose his will enough, but we can't say that because Usyk is a mover. So every time we see Joshua come forward, we see Usyk spinning around and punching. So it's just, I just feel like that Usyk's fight might have been a tougher loss to him than for AJ, because after the Usyk's fight, he threw the belts and stuff out the ring. It was, I don't know what was going on right there. Yeah.
So what would it mean to you if you're victorious in April against Anthony Joshua in the Lions Den?
It'll mean the world to me to come over here and get a fair shake and be one of their top contenders. That's what I'm coming to do anyway. Don't get me wrong, I'm coming to annihilate, but to come over here and get a fair shake, it'll mean the world to me. I'm starting to like England more. England's starting to like me more. So
she'll get that green card.
Right, a dual citizenship or something. So
I feel you.
I would like that, and I think that would put me in a position to bring other fights over here. England's one of the countries that's still on boxing, still on the tough. So, like I was telling somebody else, I don't just want to come here because I'm fighting an English guy. Like, I like to bring other fights here. Probably 100%. Me fighting another American or anybody over here, because you guys really support you. Y'all love the sport, and I love that. So, if I could beat him in the Lions Den, I know my fans is gonna go crazy.
You'd be the king of the jungle.
All right.
Listen, Franklin. Listen, thanks a lot for talking to Fight Type, man. We're gonna obviously follow your career, and we'll be there on Fight Night to catch up with you, brother. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Safe journey back.